Ladies and gentlemen, today we're looking at Bittensor. It is currently coming in at $282 right now. Current market cap is $2.42 billion. Maximum supply is 21 million. That tickles my little fancy. I like it. Total supply currently out in circulation right now is 8.6 million. Juicy, juicy. I like those numbers on the tokenomics and everything. Its all-time high was $767, and that was 1 year ago. April 11th, 2024. My, how things have changed since then, especially for the altcoins. All-time low was 2 years ago at $30. We didn't quite make it back down there, and that's a good sign. Here we are holding at 281. We're going to take a quick look over at Tokenmetrics and see what we got. Our trader grades have got us in a buy zone, up 33% on that grade. TA grades at 82%. Quant grade is quantitative grade is 58%. Investor grades are still kind of neutral. People are still trying to figure out if they want to go in on this one long term or not. For those of you who don't know, Bittensor is an open source protocol that powers a decentralized blockchain-based machine learning network. This is combining crypto with AI machine learning models trained collaboratively and rewarded in TAO according to the informational value that they offer the collective. So Bittensor enables a novel optimized strategy for the development and distribution of artificial intelligence technology by leveraging the possibilities of a distributed ledger. Specifically, it's a facilitation of open access and ownership, decentralized governments, and the ability to harness globally distributed resources of computing power and innovation within a centralized framework. Hope that didn't nerd you out too much. Let's get to the more interesting thing, which is the chart. And here we are on the daily for Bittensor, and I like what I'm seeing here. We got down as low as about $168 right there in the neck of the woods there. Now, looking at our indicators here, I think it's a little interesting. We got some, just the slightest little bit of bullish divergence right there, and that did help us, in my personal opinion, get a pump up. When we zoom out, we see that we've just been in a big channel since our big high down there, making consecutively lower lows, lower highs until now. We got us a higher high end, and things are looking juicy. Now, the first area that I'm looking at that we'll be coming up to, and we are getting very close to that, is going to be $300. This area is a 236 Fibonacci area for this whole pull, and there's a lot of things that can happen in here. One, we can get up there and bump our head, just make our higher high and come back for a higher low. Several possibilities for how that might play out here on the daily. Drawing a trend line suggests that maybe if we do come back, maybe 250, 252, that area, if it holds. If not, we may eventually come back down to make a double bottom pattern, and that could be on the radar. That's what we need to look for. Currently, though, the bullish signs here on the daily, which I do like, and make me think that, well, maybe we might even be able to start getting up into past 300. Could be. Might take it a week or so to start seeing these guys. One thing to look at is that we do have a little breakout, confirmed breakout on the daily. Nice candle body open. We're above the 9-moving average. Cross we'll see over the 21. All this riff-raff, as I'm saying, is bullish. As long as we're above the 9-moving average, I want to tell you, baby, we're fine. That is the motto here on my channel. If you're above the 9, you're doing fine. And right now, Bittensor on the daily is doing fine. I'm going to draw a little red line underneath this guy because that will be our little line in the sand as the when to get the hell out. We're coming into this red cloud, and I do use the Ichimoku cloud. I like it. The indicators basically on the daily are looking good. So let's come in and let's go to the 4-hour. This will help us as far as trading the weekend and everything. And here's where we can see some interesting stuff going on. Now, I'm going to modify this trend line for this time frame. Just bring it right down here to the candle bodies. Right there. May have to tweak it over here. This is going to help me identify the channel that we are currently in, and now you can kind of see it. Now you can see that we're coming up toward resistance, so buying up here would be a little tricky. Now over this weekend, or maybe Monday, might be when we get back down to the 250 areas, but right now we are on par to start touching this $300 area, in my personal opinion, possibly to over the night, maybe into Sunday. Slight possibility we go a little higher up to 311. But it's mostly the other guy I'm looking for. I'm going to paint these little guys red. As for targets, copy this little guy and put him right here on the other target. Here at 30, right at 300. So right now we seem to be in a rising channel, and 1 hump, 2 hump, might get 3 humps and then a dump on this one. Everything looks kind of nice. If we want to get a few little other target areas here. One such area, in my personal opinion, to try to get into this, we'll just kind of stick a little bit more with our trend line areas, would be around 250, 248. I doubt that we get down to 248. More than likely, we'll come back and retest the support area right here. If we had to draw a little line there. We don't exactly have a top end for Fibonacci, so pulling this little guy could be a little iffy right now. I can pull it up to our target area and get some ideas, and that would be our 618 Fibonacci area to where I've got down here at 253, where I do think that we could come back just by trend lines alone, but that is just the willy-nilly right now. Smaller term time frames, we are going down to the 1 hour now. And now you see where we got a little conundrum going on, and we got an internal trend line. That means we had this little guy, we were respecting it, and then we lost it. We are setting up possibly for maybe a double top, but that doesn't mean that we can't come up here and make this little higher high. Let me change you to green. Right up here at that $300 area. Still might be able to get that. Looks like we are getting a nice little bounce here. She's going to ride underneath his leg. The non-moving average is flipping off of that, making a nice little set of what we call duck lips here. If you can see that, that looks nice short term. Be careful short term. If you are buying now or trying to enter now, you're toward the top of resistance, and it's not usually the smartest play there. It could bite you. But she is looking strong. We're just looking for her to make her higher high. Right around 300 if she can get up that high. If not, look for it to double top around 290. Let's keep our eyes open for those ideas. But I just want to remind you that for the weekend, we're getting a little spike out of altcoins. Take profits when you can, and notice also that their Bitcoin dominance is getting some rejection and coming down. This means that altcoins are looking kind of juicy for this weekend, and TAO is one of the front runners there. I'm going to come over to total 3 where we kind of measure things. We got a breakout of total 3, and she is looking like she can do a little higher something there if she can get past the 767 area. Meaning that between tonight and tomorrow, this is Saturday, tomorrow will be Easter Sunday, we might be able to see a nice little bump up for total 3, meaning altcoins get a little boost over the weekend. I recommend taking profits because you know, she's going to be shaky during this week, but we're starting to see some nice signs out of here with altcoins, and the Bitcoin dominance, of course, getting some rejection, leading us back into, Tangem Wallet, get one, save 10% with code Dawg, leading us back into our TAO. If we can get back to our TAO, chart right here. So guys, it is looking kind of interesting. I think she can get some moves up. Now we can also, one other idea, now this internal trend line, you can take a risk and just elongate that, and that kind of spells out a possible channel. That's also a valid idea. That just takes us up. So those are 2 ideas here. Now as long as we're in a channel and we get a bounce, we might get another one. That's the bullish scenario right here. So we'll keep this in the channel here. Keep our eye on that. It does look like she's trying to do something here on the 1 hour. MACD might be trying to cross bullishly. Looks like she's got a little trick up her sleeve there. Trading carefully. $300 short-term target from where we are now, get you up about another 6%. But if you were in this guy around this breakout area or anywhere from where it was about 235, getting in on this little higher low that we had over here, you might be up significantly or nicely. As much as 20%, maybe get up to 30% up there. I would definitely look at taking a little bit of profit, a little de-risking for if we do come back to this 250 area. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. If you like the channel, like the analysis and everything, hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. Come watch me. I stream nightly at 10:30 p.m. And I would love to have you come by and hang out with us. We stream usually about an hour, maybe sometimes it goes to 2. But you can scroll through and we keep current prices and current trade setups on the market for you, so to help you navigate the crypto market to those life-changing wealth is our goal here. Thanks for hanging out. See you on the next one.